All right, guys, sorry about that. My dog started barking, and I cannot figure out how to get that off the video. So today's is going to be in two parts. I apologize for that. Somehow when I went to push pause, I hit stop. So here we go. We're going to go over our dialogue cards. And so we're going to choose A, B, or C. So number one says, which one is correct? Quotation mark, time for school, Mom said. Quotation mark, time for school, Mom said, quotation. Number C, or letter C is quotation mark, time for school, comma, quotation mark, Mom called. Which one do you think is correct? Looking at number two, I want to play outside, I said. So look to see which one is showing all the correct quotation marks, commas, periods, question marks, and exclamation points. Number three says, I did it, she exclaimed. So which one shows I did it, she exclaimed? Which one's correct, A, B, or C? Number four, can I pet your dog, she asked. Which one is the correct way to show the dialogue on that one? All right. Number five, keep your eyes on the ball, Coach yelled. So which one would be the correct way to write that? And remember, you can always pause the video so that you can take your time to do this. Also, you don't have to do this during the video. You can do this in Google Classroom so that you can take your time to look over the cards. So whichever one's easiest for you. Number six, good morning, Mom whispered. Which one is the correct way to write that? Number seven, I like your shirt, she complimented. Number eight, did you finish your chores, Mom asked? Okay. Let's see if I can get to the rest of these with my face right there. Number nine says, apples are my favorite fruit, I said. Which one of these is correct? Number 10, which one is correct for you scared me, she exclaimed. Number 11 says, I'll check the mail, I offered. Number 12, brush your teeth, Mom ordered. Let's see if we can get to this next one. Okay, number 13. She asked the class, who's finished? So which one of those is the correct way to write that? Number 14. She called, I'm home. Number 15. Dad whispered, I love you. Number 16. She screamed, help! Let's see if we can bring the others up here. Okay. Number 17, she asked, may I go to the restroom? So which one is the correct way to write that? If it's hard for you to see, we can always zoom in a little bigger so you can see them a little bit closer. So you can see where the punctuation is, see if they did it correctly on there. Number 18, I thought, how can that be true? I'll go back to that one. And then number 19, he announced, I am so hungry. And number 20, she shouted, don't forget your lunch. And then our last card, let's see if I can get to that last one here. It's not going to let us in there without moving the picture a bunch of times. Boy, today's video has been interesting, or videos, I should say, have been interesting. There we go. And the last 4. She admitted it was tough. She admitted it was tough. Number 22, he stated, I wasn't thirsty. Number 23, he said, I can't because I have plans. And number 24, Dad warned, don't run. All right, so that's for your task card. So A, B, or C, and then I will send the answer key tomorrow. So back to our classwork, then under our vocabulary, oh goodness. Okay, let's look at our vocabulary. So there's our 5 words, the first 3 on this slide, and then the next 2 on that slide, and then our wow words right there. So I added in a sentence. So for the word moist, the soil is still moist from the rain last night. So we used moist in the sentence. It's describing how the soil is. The next one, brittle. The pencil lead is brittle and breaks easily. So brittle is describing the pencil lead. So that's why it's an adjective. Number 3, crave. I always crave ice cream on hot summer days. Me too. Crave is an action verb. Rectify. The best way to rectify the situation is to apologize and offer to help. So rectify is you're doing it, it's an action of apologizing and fixing. And then the last one, vendor. We will buy a snack from one of the vendors at the fair. Vendor is a person, place, a person usually that you would go and buy something from. And then our wow word this week is indispensable. So we have a prefix and a suffix in this word. Our prefix is in, our root word is dispense, and our suffix is able. So prefix means, the prefix in means not. So it's not able to do something. Dispense means to give out, and able means able to. So indispensable means not able to give out. So then we use the prefix in a few words: inability, inaccurate, inactive. And then we use the suffix able, lovable, memorable, teachable. I think we've used some of those before too. I think we used some of those last week in our word from last week. All right, let's go back to our packet for today, and we have our Math is Fun for our interactive notebook. So let's scooch that back just a little bit. All right, so you'll grab out your Math is Fun notebook, and we're going to look at, we'll cut this out, and then we'll cut these little numbers out at the bottom here. And we're not going to need all of them, as you can see, because we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're only going to need 6 of these numbers to show equivalent fractions. So what I would use, if I were you, is that reference we did the other day. Let's see if I can scooch myself over here a little bigger. The reference we did the other day where we did the fraction strips. So those different fraction strips. So when you glue in your paper today, you're going to be able to use your fraction strips to help you answer those questions. All right, so I can understand how to read and write unit fractions for equal sized parts of a region. So if you have 2/10 of something, that would be the same as how many fifths? So if we look at our fraction strips, and I see 2/10 here, and if I come up, how many fifths is that? The second one, 1/2. So we're looking at this line right here is equal to 5 of which of these down here? Which one would that be? 9/9. would be equal to how many sevenths? So remember, 9/9 is a whole piece. So how many sevenths would you need to have a whole piece? 2/6 would be equal to 1 what? So we have 2/6 here. That would be equal to, look up here and see which one is even. The line would be even with it. Sometimes what I do also is I fold my paper over and I line it up so that I can see, like, okay, there's the line for the fourth, and I look down here to see which ones would line up with that. So look, at there's 1/4 lines up with 2/8 right here. I can see that. All right. And then 3/4 is equal to how many eighths? And 2/3 is equal to 6 of what? What would that be? So remember to use your fraction strip page to help you with that. And then I will post the answers on tomorrow's video so you can see what they should look like. All right, guys, I think that is everything that we need to do for today. Sorry about that. If my dog's bark was loud, it was really loud here too. Somebody came to the door and dropped off a package. So anyway, so today that's what we have to work on. Let's go back up to our page. And then, of course, you can mark all of your things off on your daily assignment checkoff page. So morning work, page 129, spelling city, and finish assignments that I've given you, and then also study for your test. And then ReadWorks, finish up our ReadWorks assignments that we've had. Vocabulary, add your sentence and add your wow word. And those are in our Google Classroom. And then grammar, task cards for quotation marks in dialogue. That's also in our Google Classroom. And then writing, you finish any lessons you haven't finished yet, and then work on your final draft in Google Docs. And when you're all the way finished, to go ahead and share it with somebody at home and see if they think that you have it all set to go or if there's anything you should change. And then if it looks good, you can send it on to me. And then in Vision, we're working on Math is Fun Interactive Notebook, doing that 13.1 worksheet. And then practice your times tables, listen to Number Rock, and then any of the choices on the bottom of our daily checkoff sheet. All right, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. 2 videos today. If you have time, send me a comment whether you were able to get through both videos. I'm hoping so. And I will post it in our email as well to let you know that there are 2 videos today to finish up. All right, guys. Miss and love you all, and I will talk to you in tomorrow's video. Have a great day, guys.